Well, welcome. Bracco here. Please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Well, we have some information that came out, a breaking study out of infection increases and deaths with, what's that, Wuhan flu? Yeah, that one. Also, we have an announcement from the CDC director, Ms. Walensky. That's what we're going to cover in this video. So stay tuned.
The overwhelming number of deaths, over 75%, occurred in people who had at least 4 comorbidities. So really, these are people who were unwell.
Hold up. Did the CDC director, Ms. Walensky, just say that the majority of people that died with COVID were unhealthy individuals? They had at least 4 comorbidities? Well, guess what? That's exactly what the COVID Care Alliance exposed when they were evaluating the Pfizer trial.
In the real world, 95% of people who have died with COVID-19 have had at least one comorbidity listed as the cause of death, and the average is actually 4 comorbidities.
And to add to that exposure, we have a study that was done in 145 countries. The countries that have the highest vaccination rate, they have the highest breakthrough infection rates, the highest deaths after vaccinations were introduced, not before. So this has not gotten better, it's gotten worse. And on top of that, we just had a report released that comedian Bob Saget died of a heart attack. He was 56 years old, I believe. And now there's a report that says, well, he just said to his fans that I just got my booster. What? So this is not turning out very good, is it? And I have read, I don't know how many articles of soccer athletes in their prime, among other people that are dying from strokes or heart attacks. So with that being said, I would like to leave you with a quote from Robert Kennedy Jr. Take a listen. Very insightful and very important to take heed.
It's time we started standing up to all of these mandates. You remember when the government told us, when Tony Fauci told us that we were going to lock down, he said it was for 2 weeks. And now it's been almost 2 years. And I'm going to tell you 3 things that you need to remember in this critical day and age. One is that once government acquires a power, it never lets it go voluntarily. The second thing that we need to know is that every power that government acquires, using this pandemic as a pretense, it will ultimately abuse to the maximum effect possible. And this is just a rule that is as certain as gravity. The third thing that you need to know is that nobody has ever complied their way out of totalitarianism. Every time you comply, the demands will get greater and greater. We need to resolve that here and now, this is the hill that we need to die on. They have come for our jobs. They've come for our transport. Now they're coming for our children. And we have an obligation as parents to protect them. There has never been a government in history that has told its people, we are going to demand that children sacrifice themselves and take risks to save old people. It's always the other way around. The old, the mature, the adults always put themselves at risk to protect their children.